these photos are far too yellow for what I'm wanting. I actually wanting it to look a bit more like when I gave it to you. So when I gave it to you, that's what it looked like. And when you've produced it, you've made it very yellow. In this instance, all you need to do is you don't need to touch the sky, because when you actually look at the sky up here, there's no detail in the sky. So there's nothing to bring back. It doesn't matter what, it just makes it all grey and muddy. So you don't need to do the sky for those sort of photos. As long as when I've shot it, I didn't expose for the sky in this background, so you can see. So don't bother doing the sky in those shots there. But for the skin tones and all that, you need to just warm them up a little bit, and you bring down some shadows or bring down that, and then open up the shadows a bit, and that's a lot better than just being really yellow and blocky like that. So just think about the skin tones. Those skins look very, very yellow compared to what they should be. You can make it a little bit dark if you want to, or you can play with these whites here, but that's sort of the look that you're looking for. You can see that the sky is over the people's heads. When this is how I presented you with the photo, I know that's how you gave it to me, so that's pretty good. You haven't made it too yellow, so I'm really happy with that. But when you do the sky, what you do is when you process the sky and have a look at it, it actually falls over his collar, her hair, her back, his face. So the best way to actually fix that is to go into the sky, minus, select the subject, and it will make a mask on the subject and take that sky out of the people's faces and out of his collar and out of her hair and back. So that will give you the difference between the two. So it's just 2 clicks, 1, 2, and you've done it. The file's looking like this shot right here now. Basically that's using my preset over here, and I've presented you with the files like that. The best way to do it is just to bring down the highlights a bit, bring down that, and you can adjust the exposure, the white balance just a little bit, but I want it to look cool. I don't want it to be too warm. All the photos, as you see the photo before, it's very yellowy warm color. I didn't want that. That's why my preset doesn't have those sort of tones to it. So if you can stick with the cooler effect, you can add a little bit of yellow into it, but not too much. But just, yeah, keep in mind that I'm wanting the cool look, so the grass looks real, the skin tones look real on the people, and then it's an easy process just to do the sky, because the skies weren't done before. Because this is not a sunset, we'll make it a little bluer and darken it up a little bit on the sky, and that's what I would do for this image here. You don't need to do any more than that. That's as simple as it needs to be done. Back as a completed file, when I gave it to you, it looked like that, which is too cold because the sunset was coming through the sky there. It was far too cold. So what you did was gave me that, but and it was a little bit warm, which is all right, but because the sun's coming through, it was probably a bit too warm, so you can cool it down a bit. However, the background wasn't done, and when I have a look at it, you have put it in there, but because there's no detail in the sky there, that's another reason not to do it. Because if you make it do that to it, or if you bring it up and do it like, it just makes it look really bad and fake. So when there's no detail in the sky, you don't have to do the sky at all. If you're going to do anything, just put some warmth into it so it looks like the sunset. That's all you have to do for that sort of image. And because it's in the sunset there, this means that they will be a lot warmer, and so you can present them like that. So hopefully that's helped you out there as well. This is a good example here. You gave me back this photo like you see it right now. I actually gave it to you looking like that because it was a bit warmer. So I'm happy with what you did to make it a bit cooler like that, which is really nice. The sky didn't work. There was no skies in that one. However, you need to just add it because there's detail in that sky, and that's a bit too strong. So let me just go and bring that down. Because it's got sunset, not too cool, just a little bit warmer, because you can see the sunset coming through and on their faces and everything. But as you can see, it's actually going over his face, her hair, his collar. So the best thing to do is obviously go and select the subject and make a mask so it takes away from there. So there's no, you can see there's no sunset now on his, sky finish on him at all now, just like it used to be. All right, so hopefully that's helped you out as well.